four people that we have for the final panel, I'm going to say 4 words about each of them. Carlos Perez de Castillo, Uruguayan minister, WTO, very high level. Consortium chair, must be one of the toughest jobs on the planet, trying to put the 15 CG centers and 25 not always well-behaved donors into a relationship for the future that is going to, not that the chairs are always well-behaved, but into a relationship for the future that is going to get through and attack some of these nutritional and health issues. So he's taken on tough challenges in the past, and he's doing so now. William Garvelink, USA, a Food and Development Assistance Security, a Development Assistance Administrative Managerial Crisis Manager. Feed the Future. Namangan Gongi, AGRA, a word which means an awful lot for African development. WFP, Peacekeeping in the Congo. He's Cameroonian, he's also done agricultural extension work. Derek Yatch, Pepsi, Rockefeller Health, Yale, Epidemiology, South Africa, WHO. So if that isn't a very broad spectrum, where you stand depends on where you sit. These people have sat in some very interesting places to come up with ideas which I hope we can now put out. I'm going to give 5 minutes to each of them, as I say, not necessarily in a row, and then the dreaded bell will sound very gently at first, very loud later on. The purpose is discussion and debate about how we make this transition. Let's take it as given that the things people said in the plenaries are what have to be done. And let's talk about how we actually make this transition. So that's our task, and I hope I didn't take too much more than 3 minutes. So I have a piece of paper that tells me who goes first. Anybody remember who? You were going first. Good. By the time I get back there, I'll find out. Okay, we're going to give Carlos the chance to go first and talk about how he's doing can help start making this transition. Then I'm going to ask Derek to talk a little bit from the standpoint of the private sector about how he hopes that this transition of the CG centers might move towards picking up some of the skills of the private sector to accelerate this transition. So he's got 5 minutes of warning for that. Okay, Carlos.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. I had some notes, but I'm going to skip them since I have been given a very limited time. I think that the first thing I would like to say is that I think the linkages between agriculture, nutrition, and health have been justified by all the distinguished speakers that have preceded me, so I will only say that I agree fully with it as chair of the CGIAR that we have to move into that direction of bringing better linkages. That at the moment, the professionals dealing with different topics are not working together, and therefore that there should be a major effort in envisaging programs that take into account the interests of all of them. So how are we dealing with this problem in the CGIAR? It is, I would say, number one, by the understanding that these things have to come together, that we have to integrate agriculture with nutrition and health, and therefore by bringing together into what we call a CGIAR research program, which is called CRP4, which I understand is going to be analyzed during this Congress as well, by bringing together the needs of all the communities, research communities on agriculture, which deal with agriculture, with health, and with nutrition. It bases itself, this program is a program that brings together 14 of the 15 centers that at the moment made up the CGIAR, and the lead center of this program is going to be IFPRI, which brings into this exercise a great deal of innovative research that has already been done, like, for example, Harvest Plus was one of the things that was mentioned earlier on. What are the main components of the research? Very briefly, they're going to try to bring into this program a number of things that were highlighted already by previous speakers. For example, the portfolio of agricultural interventions will be oriented to improve, on the one hand, the availability and access to processing and consumption of a range of nutritious and diverse foods, especially for women and young children, and we're talking about access to animal products, vegetables and fruits. This program is also going to look into improving the nutritional quality of staple foods through biofortification by incorporating nutrients such as iron, zinc, and vitamin A, which were already mentioned. There will be new approaches to the control of agricultural-associated diseases. There will be assessing and mitigating health risks in intensifying agri-food systems through improved food safety, water quality, agricultural practices. And there will be also specific areas of innovative research which will look at post-harvest management, that will look at the development planning and policy making to achieve better health and nutrition. Activities such as this will require a great deal of partnerships, not only among the centers themselves, but also with a large number of other partners. And since I'm running out of time, the only thing I could say is that what makes the CGR feel that this time we are moving in the right direction is the conviction from some of the experiences we have already seen in the field, that I had the opportunity of seeing in the field, for example, in Bangladesh a few weeks ago. We saw the work being done by WorldFish in cooperation with IRRI and CIMMYT in bringing together agricultural systems in which you have a combination of fish, rice, vegetables, shrimps, and prawns, and which have given a great deal, which have a great impact on the livelihoods of the farmer community. And I'm afraid I cannot say very much, so I hope someone will ask me some questions about it so I can reply. Thank you.